Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Jim Crane with you once again. Today we're going to do another long-term road test update, and it's on this bag that was built by Thrux Lawrence. And I think they were in somewhere like in Montana or Wyoming, if I'm not mistaken, maybe Idaho. I'm not certain because they're no longer making bags, although you can Google Thrux Lawrence and they still have a placeholder website. But if you click on it, there's something that says something like Thrux Lawrence was one hell of a ride. The company and the website are hibernating until Tandon Launder decides to relaunch the brand in the future. So they stopped making products sometime back. I'm not exactly sure when they stopped, but 8 years ago they were making these satchels and some other products. They had some smaller goods, but this was the kind of the opus one of their production. This was their main bread and butter, this bag. And this bag, although I did a video of this, and it's way, way, way back on the channel, I think it's second or third video I did, was of this exact bag. This has not been in my possession the whole time. About a year after I purchased the bag, I sold it, and I believe I sold it on one of our Facebook buy-sell groups, and then the bag disappeared. And it wasn't long ago, maybe 6 months ago, I was looking on eBay, and lo and behold, I found this bag. And I remembered the serial number, which they brand into every bag, and I saw that and I go, hey, that was my bag. So I purchased it again, and I didn't purchase it from the person I originally sold it to, so I don't know how many people the bag has gone through. But I thought, well, I want to get that bag back again. I liked it. It's super heavy duty. It holds a ton of stuff, and you can even use it as an overnight bag if you want to, because it's just so big and roomy. So I purchased it, and I thought, I can't wait to see what kind of condition this thing is in after being, through who knows how many different owners and places and stuff that's been put in it. So it came back, and it's basically the same. It hasn't really aged very much. It's a canvas and leather. It's a super heavy duty veg tanned leather, and this stuff is 10, 11 ounce leather. The only place where it's really kind of aged is the canvas. The dyes that are used to color canvas are all fugitive dyes, and so they will begin to fade with sunlight over time. And this one, you can see some little fading spots in the canvas, but that's about it. The bottom, which is the first surface, the outer surface of the leather, still looks great. I haven't conditioned this bag since I got it back in my possession, but that still looks fantastic. The shoulder strap, which I think in my original video, I went on about this because this thing is just a monster. I mean, look at how thick, how thick that shoulder strap is. This bag was really overkill. These guys, when they built this bag, they went just way beyond what was necessary to build it. Look how thick that shoulder pad is. This is two thicknesses of 10 ounce leather that's sewn together. That's why it is so over the top. It is just incredible how well built it is. The handle still feels absolutely the same. It's still got that nice secure feel to it. It's attached with brass rivets. All of the rivets in this bag are these brass rivets that are also developing some verdigris on them, which I absolutely love to see that on a bag. They had, when you purchase these bags, Tandon had a collection of antique photos, and when you got your bag, you would have this antique photo in here of somebody, a little kid on a swing, or a man fishing or something. And when I originally got the bag, I put my business card in there, And then after a while, I just put a picture of myself in, I think that's in Yosemite, just to personalize the bag to me. So you can do, you know, whatever you want, or you could. These bags are still available on the secondary market like eBay. Why they went out of business, I'm not exactly sure, although I suspect it might have something to do with the confusion that they unintentionally introduced into their products, that at the time it happened, I was really concerned about it. So what they did was they were contracted by a production company for some movie, and I forget what the movie was, but some Hollywood production company contracted with them to build this bag for them, for their production staff. And so they built, I don't know, 100 of these or so, but the spec was a lot lower spec than this bag. So the leather was thinner, the canvas, this canvas is 34-ounce canvas. It's super thick and durable, and they used a lighter weight canvas on their production bags. And all of the hardware, everything was lowered in quality. And some of those bags made it onto the secondary market, and somebody purchased a bag, and they contacted me and said, hey, you know, Jim, I saw your video on the Thrux Lawrence satchel, and my bag is nothing like the one you showed in your video. It's really lightweight, and I think it has some kind of cheap qualities to it. And I thought, well, you know, what the heck is that all about? And later discovered what had happened. So I think they unintentionally introduced some confusion into their product line, and that might have turned off some people. I could be completely wrong about that as the reason why they stopped production. But that certainly introduced some confusion, and I had to write back quite a few people who had found these lesser bags, defeatured bags, and purchased them and explain what had happened. So I don't know, but this bag was just a monster. This thing is built just like Fort Knox. I mean, the stitching, the thickness of the leather, the thickness of the canvas is just fantastic. These straps have gotten softer over time. They were very, very thick and very, very stiff when I got the bag, but they have softened. There is a Great Big Ykk Zipper here. And again, and there's these nice little, I like this detail where the pull on the opposite end, so you can, that's just a really cool detail. I don't know how that came about, if Tandon thought that up or what, but that is just one cool feature. I think that is utterly fantastic. Nothing's happened to the zipper. I don't know how many times people have zipped it and unzipped it when it was not in my possession, but it still works just like when I had it in my original possession. All of this hardware, solid brass, extra heavy duty, including these latches, and this is like an alligator type latch. These are lockable, so when you latch it onto your bag, there is a cam lock right here, which you can go like that, and that locks it into place. These things are way overdone. I mean, this spec is like beyond what you would really need. And these guys, this piece of equipment here they're expensive. And so the bag was made with a lot of expensive components in it. It was way overbuilt. And in my opinion, it was way overbuilt. It's kind of like Filson on steroids. It had a big laptop sleeve in the back. The bag is 17 inches wide, so you can swallow up any size laptop that's made, and it will fit in that sleeve right there. The sleeve is suspended in the bag, so it's got a little extra protection if you were to drop the bag down. That sleeve is suspended. There's a pocket on the front of that you can put a small wallet or your cell phone in there. Will fit just fine. There's their logo, Thrux Lawrence, Essential Dry Goods, Pacific Northwest, established in 2012, so 10 years ago. In the front of the bag, there was another suspended pocket here. Good sized pocket. You could fit a lot of stuff in there. And then it was just a big open cavernous bag on the inside. So there you go. This leather is just super thick, way more than what is required for the bag. But these guys, when they built these things, they were like, we're not gonna skimp on any detail of the bag. We're gonna build the toughest, meanest, most durable bag that we can, and they did, except for that weird thing that happened with that Hollywood production company and the defeatured lighter materials that they used. I think that confused a lot of people. It certainly confused me, and like I said, people were writing me who had picked up one of these bags. A bag like this is not for everyone. So, you know, a leather and canvas, I think it has that old mailbag kind of US mail train satchel look to it, and that is what attracted me. But, you know, a lot of people aren't into this, and so I'm sure a lot of those people in that production company who got their bags as part of their reward for successfully making the movie said, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to just put it on eBay. So a lot of them showed up, and I think they were all black, if I'm not mistaken. But they were so defeatured that it caused a lot of confusion, unfortunately. I think if they were to relaunch the brand, I would certainly stick with this bag. This thing was just, there's nothing like it. It's indestructible. It's been, I don't know where it's been over the last 8 years, but it's been a lot of places, I'm sure. And it's still virtually the same bag as when I purchased it brand new 8 years ago. So they did a fantastic job in building this. So they're still available on the secondary market. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done the video. They may, who knows, they may go back into production. You know, at some point you can check out their website. It's, like I said, it's just that blurb saying that we're hibernating for now. But anyway, I thank you for watching, and we will do some more long-term road test updates on some other bags that have been in the collection for a while and have had a lot of use. So we'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.